Here we have a typical pump performance curve, and we're going to go over a few of the extra features now on a real manufacturer's curve. We have our design point first. It's 1000 GPM at 68 feet of head. And that little triangle indicates the point. The blue line is the impeller diameter, and the pump will perform along this curve line as we talked about in the paper, How to Read a Pump Performance Curve. And as pointed out in that paper, a pump performance curve has a lot more information on it. So first of all, let's look at the bottom down here, and we see we've got actually a pump model number. We have a speed, the design conditions, the rated horsepower, the non-overloading horsepower, and they also put in the efficiency there. The curve itself has a lot more information, and let's go over that. It gives us a minimum and a maximum diameter impeller so we can see the range that we can choose. It has in red, these are efficiency ISO curve lines, and they represent at different and varying points along the curve what the efficiency of the pump would be. In our case, we're sitting very close to what is often referred to as the eye of the curve, or the BEP, best efficiency point. The best efficiency point on this curve is about 85%, and we're at 84 3/4, so pretty darn close. As we move our design condition around, you can see how the efficiencies will change. The other thing on this curve you'll notice are the gray dotted lines, and those all represent varying horsepower loads. You'll notice that as the flow rate is low, the horsepower is also low. As the flow rate increases, the horsepower begins to increase. And you can see, if we just take a look at the design point, our design point is setting just slightly above a 20 horsepower load. And if we were to reduce the head on this to something like, say, 60 feet, it would perform at about 1200 gallons per minute, and it would take over 20 horsepower. So if we were selecting a pump, we would definitely select a pump with a 25 horsepower motor attached to it. The last thing on this curve you'll notice will be the NPSHR. There'll be a separate paper you can review on that to understand what NPSHR is, but you'll notice too, as the flow is low, the NPSHR is low, and as the flow increases, so does the NPSHR. That's critical when you are pulling up a pump and selecting an SPCS.